Mr. Saurav Kumar, pleasure to have you on this platform.
Thank you very much.
In light of the need to combat the profound challenge of climate change, evolving an energy efficient economy in India is imperative. And Energy Efficiency Services Limited, or EESL, is mandated to do that. Uh, you have touched lighting. You're replacing street lighting with those street lighting are halogen conventional street lighting with LED under SNLP program. You're replacing LED bulbs in household under DELP program. Then you have also touched pumps, fans. So what next?
No, there's a lot of work still to be done in all the 5 sectors that you have mentioned.
Okay.
But let me start off by saying by responding to your first observation about the climate change and how energy efficiency, and you're absolutely right, it is something that the International Energy Agency has been saying for a long time, and they've come out with which is also consistent with the Paris Agreement, that by 2100 we must limit our temperature rise by below 2%. Now, for that to happen, you have to limit the percentage of carbon dioxide to 250 parts per million, right?
Okay.
Now, for that to happen, they have analyzed that more than 50% of the opportunity world over lies in energy efficiency,
Okay.
which should be the first resource. And it costs 1/4 to save a megawatt of power, energy as compared to installing it. So therefore, I mean, we have already done a lot in LED bulbs program. We are trying to enhance our LED street light program to many other states. We just started the fans program in 2 states, in Andhra Pradesh and UP, but we are now going to engage with a much larger number of states. And we have, by October, we'll start the tube light program as well.
Okay.
So the idea is to push the best technology at an affordable price, which not only helps in reducing the consumption, but most importantly helps the consumer to save electricity bills.
Okay.
Because these tube lights, for example, will save 50% of your electricity bill as compared to a fluorescent tube light.
Right. You have also brought disruption in the lighting industry. The prices have crashed, I think, to rupees 54.90.
That's correct.
So further crashes.
Well, this is something we have done
cards.
maybe about 10-15 procurements in the last 2 years.
Okay.
And there has never been a price expectation from our side. We have never asked the industry to bid at a particular price point. All we have done is that we have increased competition, we have enhanced transparency, and we have made sure that whatever we say and write in the RFP in terms of payment conditions are adequately met. We have never asked. So it really depends upon the industry. We have put out a 5 crore order which is due 22nd of August.
Okay.
We'll be happy with whatever we get.
Okay. There are 2 set of opinions that I have come across. Some say that major players, major brands in the country benefited and stand to benefit from your EESL program. Well, few others say that no, it is the smaller players who stand to benefit. What is your assessment vis-a-vis the shaping up of this Indian lighting industry? Who stand to benefit?
I think it will be wrong to say that this procurement has helped any particular segment of industry. Yes, we have, as per the government mandate, made sure that 20% of all our procurement is reserved for small and medium enterprises.
Okay.
So it's there, a part of the tender conditions in all our tenders, whether it is lighting or pumps or anything else. So yes, we have been promoting the small scale industry, and a lot of these small scale industry initially were OEMs. Now today they are becoming brands. Now coming back to, I think the overall lighting industry has benefited, if you ask me. The kind of capacity they have been able to create because of a sustained demand from our side. Today they are, as I understand, almost 40 million pieces of LED bulbs they are able to manufacture every month, and very high specification technically and a reasonable cost. I am told some of the players have started exporting these to developed markets. But coming back to your question on the first part, if you look at our tenders over the last 1 year, and Philips and Osram are the two major brands. I don't think Philips and Osram have actually got any orders from us. Maybe one, Osram got one, Philips has not got anything for the last one year. So it's a fair competition. Anybody who has the technical specifications is able to give us price, gets it. And every time that we are seeing, it's a different the person which is coming as L1.
Let me now come to your most recent initiative, that is National Energy Efficiency Fans. You are distributing 55 watt?
50 watt.
50 watt. 50 watt 5-star B, 5-star rated energy efficiency fans. But my question to you is, when there is BLDC technology, which actually harnesses 35 watt, why are you distributing 50 watt?
Okay, we have done procurement for both.
Okay.
Right. A 5-star fan, which I am currently distributing to consumers, on an upfront cost comes to around 1150 rupees.
Okay.
My base cost for BLDC fan is about 1800 rupees.
Okay.
Add to the distribution costs, let's say another 300, add to the taxes,
Okay.
it's about 2200. Now 1100 rupees for a 15 watt differential makes no economic sense. So the industry will have to reduce prices even further.
Okay.
If we have to, and I said this to the industry before we started the procurement exercise, that you already know the price points, and it is not commercially viable. I can't convince you that for 15 watt you pay me a double the amount.
Okay.
So the industry has to work towards reducing the cost. Yes, like to.
I, on the behalf of Sourcing Electricals and Lighting Magazine, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure meeting
Thank you.
you.